What is going on, you guys? It's your girl Slay Shay. You better Slay Shay. And in this video, I am going to give you some travel tips on how to navigate Jamaica, more specifically, Montego Bay, Jamaica. I slay Shay. Let's get it. This past summer, I took a week-long trip to Montego Bay, Jamaica for my birthday in the year 2023. So I don't know what day what day or year you're watching this, but I'm going to show you my experience and what you should and should not do when visiting Jamaica, Montego Bay. Some packing tips, some things I recommend you packing when visiting Jamaica is, of course, some swimsuits. Don't be afraid. You're visiting Jamaica, so of course you're going to be on the beach. So bring some swimsuits. Also, they have a bunch of beautiful restaurants and a beautiful bunch of clubs. Of course, you want to bring some nice outfits to go out to eat or clubbing with. What else? Bring some beach towels. If you're really into swimming, bring some snorkeling gear. What else would I recommend bringing? I'll put more of a detailed list of, because right now I have it a mind blank, so I'll put it down below of some things I would recommend you to bring to your trip to Jamaica. So yeah, you know, like your expectations when you go to Jamaica is that the weather is going to be very, very sunny and very hot, but you know, I'll kick that up to like 60-70% of your expectations of how the weather's going to be. Like the weather ones are like, oh, like hot horrible or like summer horrible. It's like it was good, the good sunny hot, but it was like when I hopped off that plane, I was not expecting how hot it was. I was wearing a what's it called, Adidas sweatsuit, because I wanted to be comfortable as possible. But when I landed in Jamaica, it was, I don't know, I couldn't handle it. I literally had to go in the bathroom at the airport and change my clothes into like some shorts because it was too much. So that's my number one tip. I feel like even though you want to be as comfortable as possible when you fly on an airplane, I highly recommend that you wear some comfortable clothes, as in like that you can wear, but also breathable, something that's appropriate for the hot weather when you will land in Jamaica. That's my number one tip. And the first tip. The second tip is do not go to the exchange rate at the airport. Like what country you're coming from, either it's America, United States, Canada, Australia, the UK. Do not use the airport's exchange rate because they will like skim you out on your money. They will charge you more for the ongoing rate that's going on right now. So like for example, you can literally search it up on your phone, like before you ask them. Say, hey, you look it up like, oh, this is the going rate of like $1 is worth like 600 Jamaican dollars. You look that up, and then when you go to the exchange rate at the airport, they're gonna give you like a low ball rate. They're gonna say, oh, $1 is like 300 Jamaican dollars. Like just literally skimming like 300 Jamaican dollars from you. So I recommend you just go to an ATM. You just put your card in an ATM. And ATM usually, my experience is Jamaican ATMs either give out Jamaican dollars or US dollars. So I recommend just getting a little bit of Jamaican dollars and then get US dollars. Okay. And the third thing is, before you even go to Jamaica, I highly recommend you stay at a all-inclusive resort. So all-inclusive resort, they have a room aboard. They have all the food you need, and like the one I went to, they include like a bar, like endless bars. You don't even have to pay for none. It's included in your pay there. And the resort I went to, it wasn't even that expensive. So I had they had like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They had 3 meals of the day. So they had and the bar was open throughout the entire day as well. And like I think the bar closed around like 3 or 4 o'clock at night. So if you are a big fan of drinking alcohol, whatnot, mixed drinks, I highly recommend going to all-inclusive resort. The one I had a bar, 3 meals a day, a pool, and stuff like that. And not only that, Montego Bay, they are very protective of their visitors. They make most of their money off of visitors from different countries, travelers, whatever. So the resort I went to, and majority of all the resorts, they're very protective of the people staying there. So if you, in general, Jamaica, the area I was in is very safe, friendly place I've been to. It's very, the men and women are very flirtatious, but it's very friendly. But the resorts take precautions to protect all the visitors and people who are staying there by not allowing locals in the hotel. If you are not paying, you're not a paying customer in the resort, they will not allow you to come past the gates unless you're a driver. Like if you're a taxi driver, then they'll allow you to like pull up to the entranceway. But you have to have like an ID, and then your license plate have to say officially like you're like a taxi driver, whatever. But that's the only way locals can be allowed on the resort anywhere near the hotel. They really have a gate right there. So like the locals will try to like flirt with you, when I talk to you like at the gate, talk to you. It's not any funny business. They try to sell you stuff, stuff like that. Any type of stuff, or they trying to like, hey, I'm a taxi driver, blah blah blah, stuff like that. That's what they do, but they are not going to get in the resort if you have safety concerns. Another thing is, I think this is the fourth thing. I highly recommend you go out and explore Jamaica. I highly recommend you do not stay in your hotel or your resort. What I'm saying is, like, Jamaica is a really beautiful place. They have a lot of interesting things to do. And I'm a very adventurous person. So if I visit a city or a country, I like to see what's going on. I like to experience the whole place. Get the vibe of everything. So I recommend that you do not stay in your hotel the entire time. All right. Number 6 is explore. As I was saying, explore. But some of the things you can do is go clubbing. If you're into partying and clubbing, I would recommend doing that in Jamaica. It's very, very fun. You can meet people from all around the world, and they just vibing out to Jamaican music. Jamaican music is a good music to dance to and just have a good time. So that's the number one thing I do. Things to do is, not only that, you can go to Negril and visit Rick's Cafe. That place is amazing. I went there. I went cliff diving there. They have a bar, restaurants, stuff like that. It's right off the shore. I'll show you some pictures right there. Some pictures, videos of my time in Rick's Cafe. Now, another thing is, Rick's Cafe is about like an hour, away from Montego Bay. And as I was saying, you get your taxi driver to go there. You can make that like a day-long trip. Like, just go there, take a taxi like early in the morning, 8 o'clock, and just come back around like 10 at night. It's very fun there. And another thing is, if you stay at a resort, do not just swim in the pools or hot tubs. Go to the beaches. The beaches are real nice, beautiful, Just wake up and just enjoy it. And I'll show you some clips of the beach I went to right there. I forgot what it was called, the beach I went to. It was right near the resort I was. But I don't remember, but I'll put pictures and videos right here with the name of the beach. And not only that, some things to do there is visit a casino. I myself, I'm not a big gambler, but if you are, you're into that, they also have a casino right there. They have a bunch of clubs as well. I think they have like 3 or 4 popular clubs going there. Some of the clubs these are some of the clubs that was near the resort, and they're very fun to go to, and they play some good music, good vibes. So there's 3 of them, and I put them right here. Those are the places you go to. Another place you can visit is Blue Lagoon. It is a lake that sparkles and glistens at night, and it sparkles the color blue. So I'm gonna show you some pictures and videos here. It was very fun. It glistens blue because it has some microorganisms that makes it glow. When you're allowed to go in the lake itself, it's not dangerous, not potent anything. You won't get hurt or catch anything if you go in the Blue Lagoon. But when you step into it, it's just weird. If it has this weird mushy like texture when you step into it. It's weird, but it's funny, interesting. It creates wonderful memories. All right. So another thing I recommend you doing when you're visiting Jamaica is, of course, go to the Bob Marley Museum. Do that. It was fun. I learned a lot about Bob Marley. Prior to this, I thought he was just like, prior to this, I only knew about him and his music and like a little bit of his activism. But when I went there, I learned a lot more about him, his family, his background, what he did, and how he helped Jamaican people. This is like the third thing. During the Blue Lagoon, visiting Bob Marley Museum, I highly recommend going bamboo rafting. It's so fun. You just take you on a little raft. You get a little professional rafter moving around. You can even get them to put like the give you a little mud bath and stuff on your legs, entire body. So do that as well. I highly recommend that. And then you don't have to do this, but I am a personal self. I wanted to do this. It's something I always wanted to do, and I decided to do it in Jamaica, and that is ATV riding. So I did that. It's fun. I did it with a group of people. I did it with this. There was a group of people that was from California, and another girl who's from Georgia with her mom. It was a really fun experience. I actually made a reel on my TikTok and my YouTube page. So I'm going to show you a quick snippet. And don't be afraid to go to my IG page and click it and watch my funny experience. That was the first time I rode an ATV, and I was like, I wanted to do this for years, and I finally did it. The last thing I will recommend is go horseback riding, more particularly on the beach. I met a group of girls there in Jamaica. They're from Australia, and I hitched a ride with them. And I went horseback riding on the beach. It was super, super fun. It was very nice and beautiful. It was really a fun experience. And since it was my birthday at the time, they put ribbons on the horse. And it was a girl I was with. It was her birthday as well. So they put ribbons to both of our horses. So that's a thing I recommend you doing in Jamaica, is go horseback riding on the beach. So another thing is, don't be misguided about the things you hear and see on the internet about how dangerous Jamaica is. Jamaica is not dangerous whatsoever. It's a very friendly place. You meet a lot of interesting people, not only from Jamaica, the locals itself, but more of the people from around the world who came to Jamaica as well, who want to see the beautiful country. So don't be misguided or misinformed about what's going on in the country. It's a very friendly country. So what the mindset you put into it is the mindset you get out of it. Oh, and then another thing, back to my number one. When I was telling you about it's very hot, it's very sunny, I highly recommend you bring some sunscreens. That is for my white, light complexion people. I highly recommend you get sunscreen because you will get burnt. Like, I literally had I met this girl at the resort I was staying in, and she was with her husband at the time. Like the first 1 or 2 days he was there, he got burnt up, sunscreen like a mug, and he had to stay he only went out 2 days out of the entire 14 days they were there. And he stayed in the hotel there entire time after 2 days in the sun because he just got burnt. He was just over the trip in general because he wasn't prepared. So yes, as I was saying, tip number one is to bring some sunscreen, sun protectors. If you're very sensitive to the sun, you get some sunscreen. That is it. Also, as I was saying, for number 4 is get out, explore. Get out and explore. And the way to do that is get a taxi driver, a local who is from Jamaica, from the city. And the way to do that is get a very reputable and very legal taxi driver, is to literally, when you land in Jamaica, Montego Bay, the resort you're staying at, if you're staying at a resort, they will have a official taxi driver to pick you from the airport. And you can literally ask that type of driver, hey, are you familiar with Montego Bay, Jamaica, stuff? You would tell them, can you, drive me around, take me to places? And she will do that for you. They will drive you around all around the country for you, all the places you want to go. at a rate. They will charge you, of course. It's not free. They will charge you. You can negotiate the price with the driver. You talk with them about the prices. So I won't go on the prices towards you. It just depends on the driver. Another option you could go is you can ask other people that staying at the resort with you, like, do they know any local drivers? Some like reputable taxi drivers around Montego Bay that can take you around the city and the country. So yes, those are when you wanna. So I recommend number 4 to explore, and the way to do that is get a taxi driver from your the resort you're staying at that pick you from the hotel, or you ask other people that are staying at the hotel, like, what taxi drivers are they using. And to go along with that, don't be afraid to negotiate prices. Don't just go with anything the taxi driver gives you. Just like, hey, I think this is more expensive, too expensive for me. They're like, all right, they might lower the price of the ride, or they say, hey, I got a different driver. And if you negotiate with them and the price is too high, you can say, hey, do you know a different driver that has like lower rates to take me there? Because like they're very like friendly. They're all about their business and making money. So they're not afraid to like recommend you another taxi driver that's more affordable in your range. All right. So number 5 is, if you don't want to go the taxi route, which I highly recommend going the taxi route, I wouldn't recommend this, but you can get a rental, but I do not recommend that. You can get that. You can book a rental anywhere from the airport, like at the airport, or you can just go somewhere local in Montego Bay. I put down some links in the bio of some like possible places you can rent a car from. But I would not recommend you getting a rental. They drive on the left side of the road. The roads are very narrow, and the roads are very horrible, and you can get lost easily if you're not very familiar with the country itself. Because I remember I was on a beach one time, and this guy was telling me how he had a car rental. But the crazy thing about it, like the entire 3 days he was driving there around Jamaica, he literally busted out like 3 of his wheels just driving there. The 3 days, every single day he was driving that rental, he busted out 3 of the tires because the roads were so horrible. So I would not recommend getting a car rental, because it can be, in the long run, it can be expensive and it can be dangerous because you don't know where you're going and the roads are horrible. All right. So number 6 is the food. So I'm from the United States, and I'm very accustomed and used to like American Jamaican food. So when you go to like Jamaica, I'm talking more particularly about jerk chicken. So I'm from the States, as I said, and I'm more familiar with all like the juicy like the brown jerk sauce that we have here. When I went to Jamaica and tried jerk chicken itself, I was shocked at the most, because like the most excited thing the thing I was excited about the most when going to Jamaica was trying authentic Jamaican like food, more particularly jerk chicken. It is way different compared to the States. It's like they don't have it's more on I would say it's more on the drier side. It don't have like that juicy brown sauce that's on it. It's like grilled chicken. They just grill it, no sauce on it whatsoever. And sometimes they put a little like, and then like red sauce. And the red sauce is not even like anything spectacular. It's just like ketchup or spicy ketchup. They like to use that. So it's the number one thing. But other than that, the food is pretty good. And I'm not afraid to tell you about more of my experience. So hit the subscribe button, follow my IG page and my TikTok page, subscribe, like, and comment. All right, it's your girl Slay Shay. You better slay Shay, and I'm out.